Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome back to AniYayAniNay. As always, I'm your host, John.
And I'm Joey.
And we reached 1,000 subscribers. So like we promised, we're introducing our first special guest. Say hello to RGAP, RGANIMAY podcast. Say hello to the people.
How you guys doing? It's your boy, Rayshawn Gatson from the Rayshawn Gatson Anime Podcast. Just here to chill and talk with you guys.
That's awesome. Welcome to the show. And also, it's a great honor to have you as our first official guest.
We greatly appreciate you joining us too, man.
Oh, it's great. It's great to be here and talking with you guys. I've basically been watching you guys climb up the ranks, so keep going.
Yeah, it's honestly a big surprise to us because we didn't even think we'd get this far this fast.
For real, to be honest. Like,
it's a big shock to us too.
Well, to me, it's really about consistency. That's what I've really seen through like the anime, and especially on YouTube, especially since you guys make videos and stuff, because that's how I usually watch my podcast. Like when I personally watch podcasts, I like to watch them through videos.
Yeah, well, we're planning on trying to up more content, not just give everybody pictures, because that's basically what it is, a slideshow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're still in the beginnings. You got to get there.
Yes. So, you ready to begin this discussion?
Most def. What we talking about, guys? What are we talking about?
All right. You ready to get started?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling.
All right. Okay, as always, howdy fans. Hope you guys are ready for this amazing podcast with our first special guest. First, let's get started with a little interview with RGAP. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Wow, okay, a little bit about myself. Well, I'm 25. I live in Cincinnati. I love anime pretty much. You guys pretty much already know that. I mainly started this podcast because I really like talking about anime, and I got to the point to where my personal friends just got tired of talking about it with me, to the point because I'm one of those people who likes to go deep into a subject, and more of my friends, they like comic books versus anime, and I'm more into anime versus comic books. So it's just one of those situations. It's kind of like, the Xbox versus the PS4 crowd. But more about a little bit more about myself. I pretty much like comedy more than comedy is like my second passion. Other than that, that's pretty much everything about me.
Yeah. Going back to what you first said, we're kind of like in between, aren't we, when it comes to anime and comics? Because we both like Marvel and DC still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as I've said from at the very beginning, I'm a Joker fan. So I mean,
yes.
I like comic books. I like Marvel and DC. I love the Joker. I liked Heath Ledger's version of the Joker. This new movie, Batman, I don't know what my opinions of it are. I don't think it's better than Dark Knight, but I've heard people
try not to spoil any of it for me because I haven't seen it, please.
Okay, big question.
Okay,
big question here. What do you think of Jared Leto's Joker?
I just feel like I'll say it was bad because I don't really have an opinion of it. I don't think he really got to do as much as he could with it, but I don't feel like he was going to do like a astounding job.
Yes, because the reason why I asked this is because Joey likes that Joker.
I like the style, like the clothes and stuff. Watch,
like the gangster version. My brother
the
loves
clothes
that version.
wise, not the way that they made him like act like a pimp and all. That's not how Joker is to me. But the clothes is decent enough. Okay. You get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. But wasn't the clothes reflective of his attitude though? Wasn't he like dressed like a pimp type of? Or maybe I'm not thinking.
I guess it's just the jacket, really, because that's really all I want from it.
Oh, so you just like the jacket?
He wears a couple nice jackets. I think it's more the jewelry that kind of set apart the pimp image, which is not something you see what Joker would wear.
Yeah, the jewelry definitely. If they didn't have the jewelry then that would have been a little bit better. But to me, for the clothes wise.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch that? Y'all see that new Spider-Man too?
You mean No Way Home with Doctor Strange?
Yep.
Yes.
It was pretty good.
You said you haven't seen Batman, so I was gonna say which one did you think was better, but you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen Batman yet. I've been trying, but I also work like 50 to 80 hours a week, so.
I understand, man.
Well, I squeeze in time to do this like after I get off here because today's my birthday. So after I get off here, I'm going out drinking. So,
and also happy birthday, man!
Appreciate it.
That's actually the big topic today, as well as to all you fans out there. That's the big topic today is Joey's birthday. So that's why we're having a discussion on Joey's favorite anime. Though we did ask if anybody knew what it was, though we didn't get any responses. So today we're going to be discussing it, which it is Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah. I don't know if you can go ahead.
Well, this just includes the first 2 seasons. This doesn't include Ray.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched Ray completely, I don't think. I've seen a little bit, but not all of it.
I think I've seen about season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul. I'll say it's probably in like my C category of anime.
See, season 1 was just the beginning.
Joey may feel insulted right now.
I don't want to throw no shade at anybody because I know how I feel when people say like they don't like Dragon Ball. Then it's just something apart to me just hurts. So whatever anime you tell me you like after you told me you hate Dragon Ball, I'm just gonna shit on it. But Tokyo Ghoul, I don't know. When I first watched it, I just didn't have it. It was good. I'll say I watched it throughout, but it wasn't. I'm gonna go rewatch it.
I've probably watched it like probably 200 times.
You know what's so funny about that? Because I've watched like Goblin Slayer that many amount of times.
You like watching people get raped that badly?
I don't know what it is about Goblin Slayer. I just like Goblin Slayer. It's just the whole energy of the character just keeps me watching the show.
Then I know that must have pissed you off when you didn't get to see his face.
See, I've read the manga, so I already knew what he looked like. And I think they did show him in the anime. They just did say that was Demon Slayer. They just had him walking around.
You mean Goblin Slayer, not
Goblin Slayer. Change animes. That's hilarious.
They both have Slayer in it, but that's completely two different shows.
And they on two different categories. Like, did y'all have any more questions for me? Because we had to like scrape from the interview.
No, we're kind of just having a discussion now about the shows. But if you have any questions you'd like to ask us, please go right ahead. So what's y'all goal for podcasting? Like, if y'all could do anything with this, what would it be? Well, honestly, we like to turn this into a career. I mean, for right now, but we do it because it's something we love doing. Yeah,
you got to have a passion for it.
I mean, I love watching anime, and to be honest, for me, it's something new. I'm not big on talking on cameras and stuff like that a lot. I'm not big on cameras and all, but it's something new that I want to try, and get it going.
Okay, so it's kind of like pushing your boundaries.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I mean, would you like to know how the show kind of got started?
What started it? What made y'all want to do this show?
Well, actually, the main reason why the show got started, it was actually kind of through me, I asked Joe if he wanted to continue, but the way it started as a project during my senior year in college. Okay. There were actually four guys then. Of course, Joey wasn't one of them. He was one of the newest additions. So he's like the new revamp of the show. But I said we should keep it going. It's like, this is something that really would get people interested and a lot of people would listen to because there's so many broad topics when it comes to anime, but all three of them dropped out. So I was like, it just falls onto me now. I just got to find new hosts. And Joey was the first host. And right now it's just the two of us.
Also, are you planning on finding more hosts?
Possibly.
Okay.
Well, it's all possible. Anything's possible in life. So,
see, the only thing with me personally, I like to probably do like one, like single episodes or maybe one or two. When we have like 3 or 4 or 5 people, the episodes tends to be too long. And me personally, I'm not a big editor. I really do hate editing. It's the only reason why I don't get episodes out faster. I probably would get them out every week because I could talk every week, but actually editing it so it can be clean and shit is just so tedious. It gets on my nerves. Then you do all that work and then someone be like, "Oh, did you even edit this? Oh my God, are you serious?"
Well, I mean, that's happened to us once. I mean, one of our episodes from our early days, or like our earliest start, like kind of had us sounding kind of robotic. Mm-hmm. And that didn't get a lot of views. And then we tried it again and it sounded god awful. No amount of editing could fix it. Facts. Joey heard it and he was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, what was wrong? What was it? Your mics was messing up, or how do you guys even record your episodes? That seemed interesting to me.
Oh, well, we actually we don't actually do it through a Zoom like we're doing with you now, but we actually, when it's just the two of us, we have 2 dynamic microphones here. Those are the mics that you would usually see you just hold in your hand. And we have an audio mixer.
Oh, so you guys are pretty close to each other. So you guys within the same area, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys can just go to each other's house and just go ahead and record.
Yeah, we got it set up at my spot, and we leave it set up, and every week we record.
It did have 2 filters until Joe wanted to break mine.
I didn't mean to, okay? Jeez.
But anyway, we've been thinking about trying to amplify our sound, kind of like make the quality better. And really with the equipment we have, we can't get it any better than it is now. So we have to get condenser mics or a better mixer next.
But that's all cool because I got something coming. I just got to get a hold of my manager's pickup truck and I can go pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel you because, I mean, when I was working on it, trying to fix my audio and sound, I had to change mics. I'm actually on my second different mic because that first mic I used was a Snowball, but I didn't really like how it sounded. So now I'm using an Audio Technica. I don't know, like what.
That's actually a good brand for anyone who's starting off. You don't have to get top-notch MXL. Audio Technica is a pretty good brand, especially for starters.
Yeah, and I pretty much like the sound with it. I think it's an older version because when I was looking up like to get a new mic, I think they were showing me all the newer version of this. But I pretty much like the one I got so far. So I don't know. I don't think I'm upgrading anytime soon.
I mean, if you would like to know where we got our equipment, we got it from a website called Rockville. And they sell everything, not just mics. They sell headsets, they sell mixers, and sometimes they'll sell you whole sets. Okay.
So when you say y'all record on a mixer, so that's how, like, that's some things when they can, like, put in their own sounds and stuff like that?
That's one kind, but we don't actually technically have that kind yet.
Oh, okay.
Ours is very cheap. Well, I wouldn't say cheap.
Not cheap, but it's cheaper than that one.
It's minimal.
It gets the job done, you know?
Yeah. At the most, we can modify our sounds and maybe add a little board to add special effects. But that's about it.
Okay.
But I mean, that's the one thing keeping us away from doing live shows is because we don't have anything to add special effects in the beginning while we're talking. Because you know how you sometimes get special effects like on a radio or another podcast, it's like top notch.
Yeah.
We don't have that set up.
Well, I can understand. I mean, I don't even really have that set up to the point where, because I think I just mainly just go straight audio. Don't really, because it's really hard to find like sound effects that aren't like copyrighted. You know what I mean? Like, in that terms of stuff, because a lot of my episodes, I don't want them to ever be like taken or have a copyright strike just because of a sound. So if I can't find a sound on like a free library, I just be like, well, fuck it. Sometimes I used to try to make the sounds myself, but then I was like, I'm not that talented.
Well, that's how YouTube is. I mean, they'll strike you with copyrights left and right, even if you're not intending to do it. So that's why we're always careful with what sounds we choose.
Are they big on like images too?
Actually, well, when it comes to the video images that we do, when I'm editing it, I blur them out.
Okay.
So because sound is usually what they're picking up off of, but with images, just in case they do start doing that, I'm blurring them out so that no one can really see it.
Okay. Oh, I think when you were telling me earlier, you said you guys aren't yet monetized yet, but are getting close.
We're pretty close.
Yeah.
We're trying to get, we got 1,000 subscribers.
All we now is 4,000
watch hours.
Yeah, watch hours.
But I mean, we're doing this not just for money. We're doing this because we love it, doing it.
Love talk. Okay. So like, what kind of content do you guys want to put out?
Basically any kind. Anything our fans want to hear, anything new and up to date. It's just anything that's new and up that anyone's willing to listen to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now this kind of brings me into Joy. I wanted to kind of ask you, so why is Tokyo Ghoul your favorite anime? Like, what are the reasons?
Well,
like,
I mean,
like if I've never watched this, what would you tell me to get me to watch this?
Well, I mean, I'm a big action and gore fan. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not too like, you know, in season 1, you see Kaneki tried getting eaten by a ghoul, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what got me from it. Really is the action and the gore mainly. You know, you get Kaneki at the beginning. You get Kaneki getting ate by a ghoul, but then another ghoul basically saves his life, not even attempting to, not even trying to. And then he becomes a half ghoul.
You know what's funny about that? That just kind of reminded me of Attack on Titans a little bit, but I don't know.
I mean, it can similar it to Attack on Titan a little bit. The only thing is like the Titans didn't like really survive off the humans. They just ate them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Tokyo Ghoul, the ghouls survive off of humans.
Mm-hmm. So the ghouls are more like a parasite.
The only thing ghouls and humans have that is the same is drinking coffee.
Oh, so the ghoul is that's a whole different being within the person?
Yes, the ghouls can't basically live like normal humans can because they can't survive on the things we eat. It basically damages their body. I believe Toka did that like in the beginning of season 1, and she like was damaging herself.
Yeah, she was eating because her best friend was a human, and she didn't want her to know that she was a ghoul. So to play it off, she was eating everything her best friend cooked for her. and then she was going in the bathroom and basically punching her stomach and telling herself and drinking water, telling herself keep it down, and she was basically about to kill herself from it.
Oh, so it's like that. It's like that bad.
Yeah.
They can't eat anything but human flesh. I mean, even when Kaneki became half ghoul, his urges still became this, just like a
Kaneki still had to eat human flesh to survive.
Oh,
until
so he was actually
eating.
killing people, or did he find like a substitute for that? Or
well, they for one they would get suicides, people that jumped off a bridge and stuff like that.
Okay.
And for two, there was other places that other ghouls hideouts that basically had people that would come and donate per se.
I wonder, like, have you ever seen The Purge? Because I remember, I don't know which one it was, but I remember they had it where you could like sell your body for them to kill, so they didn't have to go out and hunt, but they would like pay your family. I wonder if there's some situation like that type, where it's like, okay, I'll donate my body for you guys to eat, but pay off my family.
That part I don't really know about that part, but
they basically live in secret. The whole main cast works at a coffee shop, basically.
Yeah.
All the main characters do. Except for what's that freak psychotic, the gourmet?
Fudge.
Sukiyama is his name?
I think.
He's like obsessed. This guy's like obsessed with Kaneki.
I think it is Sukiyama.
Yeah, he calls himself the gourmet because a lot of ghouls just eat their humans right then and there, but he like kind of puts it, how can you say, put it on a plate and everything, makes it look presentable. But he's like obsessed with Kaneki. He keeps like a little handkerchief that has a drop of his blood in a bag, and he just constantly puts it up to his face and smells it.
Is that the one that he ended up beating up in the end of season 1?
No, that was Jason. He was the one that
he's the one that tortured Kaneki and made Kaneki go berserk, basically. And
I kind of like that scene.
That's whenever Kaneki starts literally doing what Jason did and popping his fingers every time.
Jason's the one that made Kaneki basically a kakuja, which is what a ghoul does when they eat each other.
Yeah.
So that's not normal for ghouls to do that?
I mean, there's some ghouls out there that do eat other ghouls, but those are basically the evil ghouls, basically. They don't care about
do they get
anybody.
stronger? Do they get stronger from that, or?
Yeah. Believe so. Yeah, they do actually get stronger.
Okay.
But I mean, the thing about, although they did put the Kaguya part into season 2 was a complete letdown compared to season 1 because they completely strayed away from the manga.
Oh, you guys read the manga? Is the manga good?
Well, the manga is a lot better than the second season. I mean, when they went back to Ray, it stuck to the manga pretty close. There was some things changed here and there, but the thing about Tokyo Ghoul Route A, which is the second season title, it completely divulges off because Kaneki does leave on Teiku to join a basically a ghoul group to like become stronger, but it wasn't Aogiri Tree. He made like his own group and he was the leader of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing about season 2, that the way it ended, it was completely wrong. You see, Kaneki was supposed to have got in a fight with one of the main investigators, and he was supposed to lose that fight. And that's how Ray gets its start, because when Kaneki wakes up in Ray, he has no memory of who he really was. He doesn't even know he was a ghoul in the beginning.
Okay, so he doesn't know he made that transformation?
He doesn't know anything about his past. But that's the thing. They did this, and what they did in a way at the end of Route A, he did beat the investigator, and his best friend dies, and then he's just walking with his body, and then he meets the main investigator. That's actually, I believe, one of the one-eyed kings.
Yeah. Yeah, the one-eyed king, yeah.
Yeah,
one of them.
He's the one with the white hair and had the black case.
Yep.
Yeah. But he meets him, and then it just basically goes to black. So we're guessing that's how he lost the fight, how he lost all his memories to fighting him. But that's not how it happened.
Okay. Oh, so it's just it's a different canon. It's an anime canon and a manga canon or something.
Well, both technically start and end in the same way, manga and anime, but it's just the anime kind of divulged off that and kind of was not very good. We kind of like leave on Teiku in the manga, and they kind of stick with them in the anime.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I might have to give it another shot. So is season 2 worth watching? Because you kind of made a little iffy.
Personally, I say it is. But like I stated, I personally like Tokyo Ghoul. It's my my favorite. So I mean the gore, the action, the best friend dying and him walking out, it's all just perfect for me.
Is it your first? Is this your first anime?
No.
Oh, okay. What anime you see before this one?
I mean,
what anime did you consider your favorite before this one?
I mean, I've watched multiple, really. I just haven't really watched all of them completely. You get what I'm saying? So I can't really.
Oh, I feel what you're saying.
Watch them, and then I would lose the app or lose the time to watch them or whatever the case might be. But let's see. I guess the main one that I was watching before Tokyo Ghoul, I watched a pretty good bit more of One Piece before I watched Tokyo Ghoul.
Okay.
One Piece is probably the one show we probably will never do a review on unless it's one of the movies. One Piece is just way too long to do reviews on.
Facts.
Unless you did arcs, unless you were we're going to review the Pacific arc. Because if you were doing episode or even chapters, in the manga, yeah, that's going to be a long, long time. But you always have content, though, if you think about it.
Facts.
Well, we're supposed to talk about all animes. We're not the One Piece show.
I don't know. Sometimes those shows with those specific niches tend to do better because it seems like every podcast that I collaborate with that stick to one anime tend to do have bigger audience. Because I do a lot of stuff with Dragon Ball Super Dope. And he has a pretty decent audience. But I will say, I guess since Dragon Ball is not as big as One Piece, it does get to a point where you need more content coming out. So it's so I can understand that. But then you have stuff like One Piece where it just seems like it can never end. It just feels like every character is going to have a background story. It's going to connect to the main character's goal. And you're just going to be oh, shit, I don't know if this is great writing or he just doesn't want to let the bag go. It's just be you know what?
For real.
I actually read an article about this. He never actually intended it for it to become this long, but he actually fell in love with his own show and actually becomes curious after he writes. And whenever he stops on a volume, he actually gets curious himself, where is this going to go? But he's the writer. He should know where this is going to go. He should know what.
See, that's how you know you being a fan of your own work. You know what I mean? I would love to be that engulfed into something I was doing. You know what I mean? And then getting paid for it. Think about it though. It's every time he has a question, you know what? Maybe this could go a little bit longer. That's millions of dollars right there. Oh, man. And then he doesn't seem to be ever really to be burnt out because I never really hear any articles or anything about him being burnt out. And
no, he's not burnt. He's not burnt out, but he does have possibly a year where he's probably going to end it.
Where he's just going to take a break.
Can you imagine a world without One Piece fans knowing what's going to happen next, knowing that it ended after this long?
Man, I don't know. He might, to be honest, with because One Piece right now is the top anime in terms of money, sale wise, recognition, and manga sales, it's probably to the point where you're like, when you get sold to the number one spot, it's just like, how do you end as a number one too? You know what I mean? Because it's like, no matter how you end it, it's someone's going to be mad. Like, no matter how you end it, someone's going to be mad because everyone probably has their own interpretation of what the One Piece is going to be. You know what I mean?
I would say it's debatable at being number one because although One Piece is the longest manga, it actually, Pokemon has more episodes than One Piece.
Well, I feel like you would have to pick, like, I don't know which one brings in more money. That would be the best. That would probably be the good question. And I'm kind of thinking maybe See, that's a hard one. Because Pokemon has games, but One Piece has manga. And I don't know in terms of how that would equate to each other. Because I don't think Pokemon has a manga.
Well, when it comes to manga, One Piece is the way to go, but anime-wise, it's Pokemon. Pokemon does have a manga, but it has nothing to do with the anime, so they don't even coalesce or come with each other. I think even the manga doesn't even have the same writer as the one who created Pokemon. At least that's what I've heard.
I heard that the our version of Pokemon and then the Japanese Pokemon are two different. Because ours focus more on like Ash and Pikachu, but I heard theirs version focus more on Pikachu.
Yes. Well, I mean, there was Origins one time when they wanted it to turn it into, they did basically what it was like in the game, you know, having Red and his rival Blue and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It basically follows every single way the game does. So you get a move after you win a gym battle. You get a little money.
Oh shit! I didn't know they made that part. What is that? A newer one or an older one?
It's older. It's called Pokemon Origins.
Okay, I might have to look into that one. I think I've only played like maybe like 4 Pokemon games. The one I remember most depth is like Pokemon Silver, because I just remember getting that from like this daycare lady I used to go to a daycare, and I remember she just gave me a Game Boy one day. I don't remember why, but she just gave it to me and it had Pokemon in it. And I played that bitch to that fucking Game Boy fell apart. I remember that.
Game Boy, those were the days. Those were the days.
It's so crazy if you think about how fast technology went from that Game Boy to right now. We have like touchscreen cell phones that's can damn near check your heartbeat. Like this is crazy from just that much of advance, and that's just within our lifetime. Like, you know what I mean?
That's the one bad thing about things being done that way. We still had to go outside and play and work for a living, but now all these people who are Gen Zs basically get everything handed to them now. Yeah, that's just how it is. It's while technology advances, basically, it seems like we just get lazier as a people. So
that's all they want is just to be handed. Like they don't want to work for shit.
And the minute your whole reality is just going to be like a simulation. They're just going to have you program in your bed and just shoot a laser in your eye. It's a whole.
And they're gonna try. They're gonna try to get me with that, and it's not gonna happen.
Well, hell, they already got metaverse set up. They want people They're actually people who buy land in the metaverse. Have you not even heard about that in the news?
Yeah. See, the thing about that is when it's like, what are they gonna do with that when you die? You know what I mean? They just gonna move that money somewhere else. Like you can't do nothing with that. Like. It's not like your soul gonna just download into the computer now. Like,
yeah, but
you got this. Oh, we only got like 2 minutes remaining for this meeting. I don't know how you guys might want to have to close this.
Oh well, I mean, our main topic was to talk about Tokyo Ghoul. We did talk about that a bit, but the main point was to have you as a special guest as well. and celebrate because this is Joey's birthday. But I mean,
Yeah, we did that. It's cool. We did what we had. We did what we needed to do. You know.
We had a discussion. If not, we can always record again on a different day if y'all want.
Well, I mean, we'll gladly have you on our show again as a guest, and we'll gladly come on your show too as a guest too, and any topic.
Oh yeah. Right now I'm doing Black Clover, so after I do record this one episode this week, I can text y'all the next chapters I'm doing for the following week if y'all want to hop on that.
Yeah, we'll look into it. Just send us the deeds. I mean, our next episode we'll be doing officially for our show. I mean, this will be considered a special episode. I mean, officially we're going to be doing Strongest Sage, Weakest Crest next. Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we end this, I'm just gonna go ahead and end with my plug. I don't know how you guys, because you can.
Well, we'll just say now to our fans and everybody listening to our conversation, of course, we hope you enjoyed this very special episode of AniYayAniNay. As always, I'm your host, John.
And I'm Joey.